3 ways that I maximize my revenue and use of my short-term rentals. Today I'm talking to you from my home at the world-famous Greenbrier Resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. I want to tell you the top 3 ways that I maximize revenue with my vacation rental. The first thing that I do is revenue management. I've been in the hotel industry all my life. And the hotel industry, they're masters of maximizing revenue, building the average daily rate. That's getting the highest revenue and the highest occupancy possible. During the peak season, you maximize the price, and during the off season, you maximize the occupancy. The way I do it, I go through the calendar at the beginning of every year and I look at every holiday, every event in the area where my property is, and then I maximize the price. I increase the price so I'm not leaving any money on the table. A lot of vacation home owners, what they do and they make the mistake of is they just set their price and they forget it. They just put, let's say, a flat fee for the entire year. They might change it for the off season by a little bit, 20-30%, but that's all they do. What I do is I raise it during the peak season, and then I drop it during the low season to maximize occupancy. I consistently beat my competition because what happens to them is during the peak season, they're booked immediately. They're the first ones to book, and somebody's getting a great value. And then during the off season, they don't get any bookings, so their property just sits dormant. The second thing that I do to maximize revenue is direct bookings. And I do this a couple of ways. One, I use the site Houfy, Houfy, Housing for You. And what that is it's a site similar to VRBO and Airbnb, but it's for direct rentals and they don't charge any booking fees. The other thing I do is I have a Facebook page for my rentals, and I invite friends and I promote that page occasionally, and over time I managed to build a pretty substantial list of people and guests that love staying at my home. And this saves me thousands of dollars a year. And it also saves my guests. So if we split the difference a lot of times, then I get a little bit more and they get a little bit of savings. The third thing that I like to do to maximize the use of my vacation rental is a home exchange. Most people that have a vacation rental or second home fall into the trap of always wanting to vacation at their place. They go to the same place year after year because they feel guilty. They have a mortgage, they have all the expenses associated with it, and they continue to go to the same place. Well, I'm here to tell you there's a better way. There's 3 exchange sites that I like to use. The first one, which is a lower end, it's called Home Exchange. There's over 300,000 houses and apartments around the world. And this is typically on the lower end, up to about $500,000 or so. And it's sometimes it's their primary residence. The second one, which is my favorite, is called Third Home. It's homes between $500,000 and $2.5 million for the most part. There's 11,000 properties in this exchange program. And the way it works is I put my property on Third Home and they give me an exchange value, a key value. So for example, it might be 3 keys for a week for my property. And then let's say there's 11,000 properties on there. I want to go to the Caribbean and I look and see that there's a 3-bedroom condo in St. Thomas that is also 3 keys. And they can range from 1 key to 20 keys. So it's not a direct exchange, which is what I like. I don't have to find somebody with a house somewhere that happens to want to come to West Virginia. I just put my property on the exchange and anybody in the exchange program can reserve my home. They pay a small exchange fee, and that's it. The third exchange program that I like to recommend is called the Club. And this is for the exclusive top 1% of the earners in the world. This is for people that have homes over $2.5 million. I've seen Super Bowl tickets on there, private jet charters, yachts. There's all kinds of things. And this is really the cream of the crop, the most beautiful homes around the world. And if you have a vacation rental that is a high-end property, you gotta look at the club. It's amazing. And that's how I maximize the use of my property during the off season. I hope these 3 tips help you maximize your revenue for your vacation rental. Please like this page, like this post, subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna keep giving you the tips that help me maximize my revenue on my short-term rentals and vacation rentals.